On a seemingly ordinary day in our nation's capital, the Australian Federal Police made an arrest that sent a clear message about national security. A Chinese national who holds permanent residency in Australia was taken into custody in Canberra. This individual now faces a serious charge under our country's foreign interference laws. The arrest marks a significant development in Australia's ongoing efforts to protect its sovereignty and the safety of its communities. The charge, known as reckless foreign interference, is not one that is laid lightly. It carries a maximum penalty of 15 years in prison, reflecting the gravity with which our government and law enforcement agencies view such alleged activities. The operation, codenamed Autumn Shield, was the culmination of a detailed investigation. It was a joint effort led by the Counter Foreign Interference Task Force, a specialized unit designed to tackle these complex threats. The task force acted on crucial intelligence provided by the Australian Security Intelligence Organisation, or ASIO, our domestic spy agency. This collaboration highlights the multi-agency approach Australia is taking to safeguard its democratic institutions and the people who call this nation home. As part of the operation, police executed coordinated search warrants across Canberra, seizing electronic devices that are now undergoing extensive forensic examination to uncover the full extent of the alleged activities. The woman arrested appeared in the ACT Magistrates Court on August 4, 2025. Where the allegations against her were formally presented. Investigators claim that she was secretly gathering information on behalf of a foreign power. Specifically, she is accused of collecting intelligence on the Canberra branch of a Buddhist group known as Guan Yin Citta. Furthermore, it is alleged that her surveillance extended to members of the broader Chinese-Australian diaspora. This case brings the threat of foreign interference out of the shadows of high-level politics and places it directly within our local communities, affecting ordinary people and their right to associate freely and without fear. The details of the alleged operation are particularly concerning. Police allege the woman received personal taskings directly from an office of China's Public Security Bureau. These instructions were reportedly sent through a secure, encrypted messaging application found on her phone, a common tool for those wishing to conceal their communications. It is also alleged that she received payments from financial institutions based in China, suggesting a coordinated and funded effort. The authorities believe this covert conduct has been ongoing since at least 2022, indicating a sustained attempt to monitor and potentially influence individuals and groups right here on Australian soil. So, what exactly is foreign interference? In simple terms, it is when a foreign government secretly tries to influence our country's affairs in a harmful way. This isn't the same as open and transparent diplomacy, where countries work together officially. Instead, foreign interference is covert, deceptive, and often coercive. It aims to undermine our democratic processes, compromise our national security, and threaten our social cohesion. It can involve pressuring politicians, stealing sensitive information, or, as alleged in this case, monitoring and intimidating members of specific diaspora communities who have made Australia their home, hoping to escape the very regimes now reaching across borders. This case is particularly noteworthy because of its alleged target. The Buddhist association Guan Yin Citta is a group that is officially outlawed in China. While its members are free to practice their beliefs without government interference here in Australia, this new charge suggests they may have been secretly monitored by a foreign state. This is a chilling development. It implies that people who come to Australia for safety and freedom might still be watched by the governments they left behind. This case is the first of its kind to focus on alleged interference directed at a community group, shifting the focus from political figures to the everyday lives of Australians. The alleged actions represent what ASIO Director General Mike Burgess has described as an appalling assault on Australian values. The core of our society is built on principles of freedom of speech, association, and religion. When a foreign power allegedly attempts to monitor or intimidate people within our borders for their beliefs or political opinions, it strikes at the very heart of our democracy. It creates a climate of fear, discouraging people from participating fully in community life. This is why our security agencies are taking such a firm stance, sending a message that Australia has zero tolerance for these covert activities. This incident is different from what we might typically imagine when we think of spying. It is not about stealing military secrets or corporate plans. It is about people. It is about a foreign government allegedly reaching into a local community center, a place of worship, and a cultural group to exert control. This form of interference is insidious because it seeks to divide us. It can turn neighbor against neighbor and erode the trust that holds our multicultural society together. The authorities are making it clear that protecting these communities is just as important as protecting the halls of Parliament. To combat this growing threat, Australia introduced tough new foreign interference laws back in 2018. These laws were designed to give our police and intelligence agencies the tools they needed to identify, disrupt, and prosecute individuals acting on behalf of foreign powers in a covert and harmful way. The recent arrest in Canberra marks only the third time a person has been charged under this specific legislation, highlighting the complexity of building such a case. Each prosecution sets a new precedent and sends a powerful deterrent message to any foreign state or individual considering similar actions on our soil, making it clear that such behavior will not be tolerated. Before this latest case, 2 other individuals had been charged under these landmark laws. The first was Alexander Sergo, a business consultant arrested in April 2023. He was accused of providing reports to suspected Chinese intelligence agents, allegedly for financial payment. His case involved allegations of gathering information related to Australia's defence, economic, and national security arrangements. This was a significant moment, as it was the first time the foreign interference laws were put to the test in a courtroom, demonstrating the government's resolve to act on intelligence warnings about covert foreign influence operations targeting strategic sectors of our economy and government. The second case resulted in the first-ever conviction under the 2018 laws. Disan Duong, a community leader from Melbourne, was found guilty in December 2023 and subsequently jailed. His conviction was related to a plan to make a political donation to a hospital in an attempt to cultivate influence with a then federal minister. The court found that this act was undertaken on behalf of the Chinese Communist Party. This conviction was a watershed moment, proving that the legal framework could successfully secure a guilty verdict and hold individuals accountable for attempting to secretly sway Australian politicians for the benefit of a foreign government. These 3 cases, while different in their specifics, paint a concerning picture of the multifaceted nature of foreign interference. The first 2 cases focused on attempts to influence political or business figures, targeting the top levels of power and strategic knowledge in Australia. The latest case in Canberra, however, demonstrates a shift towards targeting grassroots community groups and diaspora members. This evolution shows that foreign actors are not only interested in our government's secrets, but are also actively trying to monitor and control their former citizens living abroad, undermining the social fabric of our nation from the ground up. According to the Australian Federal Police, this kind of activity poses a direct threat to our way of life. AFP Assistant Commissioner Stephen Nutt has publicly stated that foreign interference is dangerous because it aims to erode the foundations of our democracy and social harmony. When people in Australia are afraid to speak their minds, or join community groups because they fear they are being watched by a foreign government, our society becomes less open and less free. It silences dissent and creates divisions, particularly within our vibrant multicultural communities, which are a cornerstone of modern Australia. This is not just a problem for spies and politicians, it affects us all. The investigation into the Canberra case is far from over. The AFP has indicated that the inquiry is ongoing and has not ruled out the possibility of laying additional charges, as forensic experts continue to analyze the seized electronic devices. The legal process for the accused woman will now proceed through the courts, where the evidence will be tested and her guilt or innocence determined. This case will be watched closely, both here and overseas, as it will further define how Australia applies its foreign interference laws and demonstrate our commitment to protecting everyone who lives here, regardless of their background or country of origin. What should you do if you see something that worries you? Authorities are urging the public to be vigilant but not to take matters into their own hands. If you suspect that an individual or a group is being monitored, intimidated, or coerced by a foreign government, there is a safe and official channel for reporting it. You are encouraged to contact the National Security Hotline at 1-800-123-400. All information is taken seriously and can be provided anonymously. Your call could provide a crucial piece of the puzzle that helps our security agencies protect our community from hidden threats. Ultimately, This case matters to every single Australian because it is about the kind of country we want to live in. It is about ensuring that Australia remains a place where people can express their opinions, practice their faith, and participate in public life without fear of reprisal from a foreign power. Upholding these values is a shared responsibility. By staying informed, remaining vigilant, and supporting our democratic institutions, we can collectively stand against those who seek to secretly undermine our sovereignty and the freedoms that we all cherish. This is a fight for the integrity of our nation.